The Stride PD Center is an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that allow educators to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. The best professional development plans are those that include a level of flexibility and choice for educators. Whether you're a teacher, school, or district, visit us today to take charge of your learning.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up message quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplified Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplified Development Services.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audience for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and Instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with the wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Roy Evans of the Jericho Broadcast Networks, and I am here with Mr. Darren Reed, who is the Senior Vice President of Stride Professional Development. Darren, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Roy. Glad to be here.
All right, well, thanks. So let's start off by telling the folks a little bit about what Stride Professional Development is.
Yeah, absolutely. Stride is the nation's leading provider of online education in the K through 12 space. We were formerly known as K-12 Inc. and are over 2 decades in the space of providing free virtual online education across the nation to students, no matter where they are. We've since changed our name to Stride because we've expanded beyond the K-12 space, though that's still very much what we do as a priority. What we've also done with the Stride Professional Development Center is we've leveraged some of our expertise over the past 2+ decades of supporting schools and students and educators, teachers, principals, and we are trying to innovate, the way professional development happens for educators, and that we're doing that through the Stride Professional Development Center. Gone are the days where it's face-to-face only PD. It's episodic professional development. It's professional development that's not necessarily relevant to what teachers and educators need right away. So the Professional Development Center is designed to solve that challenge with some unique and innovative ways of delivering content.
All right, man. Well, listen, we are super excited here at the network to be engaged with you all and helping to provide this opportunity. For teachers all across the country, and especially those teachers that are coming from our HBCU backgrounds, because we know that education was always one of the stalwarts of most HBCUs in this country. They all had teaching programs, and that's what a lot of them were founded for. So there, let's talk a little bit about those special programs that you guys have for the teacher.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Roy, you hit on a very important point. Right now in our country, we're facing probably one of the greatest challenges of our teaching corps that we have in many, many years. And that's around this teacher shortage. A lot of teachers are exiting the profession just based on tenure. They're retiring and moving on. And then you have, our existing teachers who are being taxed and stressed, particularly post-COVID with, increasing demand facing in the classroom and a host of other issues that they struggle with. And we need good teachers and we need to support the teachers that we have. So the two things that we're doing is that we know first-year teachers among all teachers are among the first to leave the profession within the first 5 years. I think they do at a 44% rate, which is just scary to think that folks are, graduated, want to go in the classroom and make a difference, but, feel like they need to leave within the first 5 years because it's so challenging. So we want to support them. Obviously, as a new teacher, your school that you work, where you work your first year, the district where you work, there will be some professional development support to assist you. But we want to go a step further. We want to help every teacher in the country get off to a strong start to their first year and have some stick-to-itiveness, to help them get through that first year. So we're offering a year free access to the Stride Professional Development Center. It's a ever-growing online database of courses that will help them in a variety of different ways, classroom management, targeted instruction, and a host of other things. And the content will continuously grow. Again, it's just another resource that allows them to sharpen their practice, to feel like they're supported, because the research says that teachers are leaving in large part because they don't feel like they get enough professional support. So we really hope that helps new teachers. So again, this is for any new teacher who just graduated in the country. All you have to do is go to our site and sign on using the Teachers Win discount at checkout. Also, we have another campaign where during Teacher Appreciation Week, we gifted all teachers in the country, no matter where you are, 6 months free Professional Development Center access. But we're doing a special thing through our partnership with the BCSN and our HBCU graduates and also the schools that you work with. We want any teacher in the country who through our partnership gets access to the Professional Development Center, and they get 6 months free using the BCSN 23 passcode at checkout. Again, our goal is to support and get as many teachers on the site feeling supported, to really help them succeed and have some success, not only for them, but obviously for our kids and the communities they serve. So
most definitely. And Darren, listen, we are super excited again to be a part of this. My mother was a teacher. My aunt was a teacher. I have my best friend is a teacher.
Absolutely.
So we understand. I've worked in the school system for years. So I understand the resources that are needed. I understand why a lot of these teachers do take the time and they sit there, and after going through college, they're like, you know what, let's do something different.
Yeah.
So we're happy to be a part of this to help you guys change that. So ladies and gentlemen, here's all you guys need to do. All you need to do is take a look and go to the link that's right below us right now and see what you're going to do. You're going to see 2 links on the page now, just to make sure. The top one takes you to their professional development page, homepage, that'll let you know about some of the things that are happening there and the things that you have access to. Go to the second link that says teacher appreciation. That'll take you directly to the content page where you can sign up and get your free year if you're a new teacher, and your free 6 months if you're an existing teacher. Let's show them how we utilize resources, and we make sure that we take time, those folks who are HBCU alum, and use this. And let's see what Stride has to offer. We're excited about it. We know you will be too. Darren, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the folks?
No, I mean, just, as a teacher myself, and understanding the need, and of course with the diversity that's needed in our teaching corps across the country, I know our HBCU teacher graduates are just exactly what we need in our community. So I really encourage them, and just glad to be doing this partnership with you all.
All right. Well, folks, there you go again. Mr. Darren Reed, Senior Vice President of Stride Professional Development Learning. We will be seeing you guys, and trust me, you'll be seeing more from their partnership with us as we move forward, always trying to do our best to make sure that we move forward with the community. Take care.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hornet Stadium here on the campus of Alabama State University, along with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mo Carter. I am Roy Evans, and this is the BCSN Game Time Show. How you doing, Mo?
Doing well, man. It's interesting. Last week I was here as a fan. This time I'm here working and ready to let everybody know what HBCU athletics is all about in week 2 of the football season.
Well, there we go, folks. He was here last week for the game that featured Alabama State playing his alma mater, Southern University. Southern took the L in that one.
Yes, sir, they did.
Let's talk a little bit about that game. It was one of those conference, non-conference games because, of course, Southern is in the Western Conference. What did you see about that game being here?
One thing I saw about that game is that 9 times out of 10 at the end of this year, I feel that you have seen the 2 best defenses in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, because really Alabama State didn't give up a lot of big plays to Southern. Southern didn't give up a lot of long big plays to Alabama State. And when you look at the yardage or whatever, like literally it'll tell the story right then and there. So that's really what I saw, more of a defensive slugfest after some early scoring that happened in that contest. Now, one good thing for Alabama State, it was a win to get them out the gate, to provide some momentum. One good thing, even though it was a loss for Southern, it does not count in the division standings, and they can try to bounce back today with a pretty big one down in Baton Rouge.
That game that he is talking about, of course, is the Jackson State Tigers, who themselves came off of a loss to Florida A&M last weekend down in the Orange Blossom Classic. Now in Baton Rouge, this is again. Now, the interesting thing is Jackson State's game counted last week.
Correct.
Doesn't count this week because another out of conference. So Southern is starting off with 2 Eastern Conference opponents that they're going against, but the games don't count. But here's the kicker. You're likely to see one of these 2 teams in the championship, although I think the Rattlers are going to have a little something to say about that if they get there, because and if I'm not mistaken, Southern also plays Florida A&M this year.
They do.
So listen, your Jaguars, man, they are going to be you talk about being on the hot seat and being ready to rumble. They've got a lot of things going on that they've got to be ready for, and it's going to be a serious season. So we know you followed them. I know Carlos was probably talking a lot about them earlier today. What do you see? Let's talk about the Southern outlook. Let's start there. What do you see happening with your Jaguars this year?
Well, one thing I saw last week was I saw a first-time starter in Harold Blood, 5th-year senior quarterback, doing well early on, but then there were certain things within his progression, and I felt that he was not clicking on all cylinders. There were short balls that were thrown that could have been wide open hits for wide receivers, and I also felt that he was holding the ball a little too long. The defense played well enough for the offense to win that game last week, and they had multiple times to do it, especially in the fourth quarter, but Alabama State was the one that capitalized off of mistakes when they needed them the most, or when the Jags needed to capitalize off of their momentum, and they did not capitalize off of that. So considering the fact that I know a lot of the staff on Southern University's team, primarily because I played under most of them, including head coach Eric Dooley and one of the defense assistants, Terrence Graves, they've got to go ahead and just shake off what last week's loss was, learn from their mistakes, and then move on and be like, all right, we need to correct these mistakes, and then find a way to not only correct the mistakes, but find things that work well for them and advance on those things that work well for them. So if they get a victory today, sure, it's going to be great, huge momentum boost or whatever, but then next week, Alabama A&M travels to Baton Rouge for a SWAC game. This game actually counts next week, and clearly that game is going to be much bigger for the standings standpoint compared to what the rivalry standpoint was today, or is today, because that game's not until 6 o'clock.
Well, so wait, now I'm curious, because isn't Alabama A&M in the East?
Alabama A&M is in the East. Remember, even though they are in the East, it's still a SWAC game that counts.
Okay. No, I don't know. That's like that who's on first thing for me. I'm always confused when I have to get to deal with that. Well, either way, like I said, they're looking forward. I know, talking to Coach Robinson earlier, a win is a win for him.
Correct.
I'm sure he has things that he wants to have his team correct. We're actually going to show an interview that we did with him previously a little bit later on. But, they're coming down high. This is they playing down a division, playing the in-state rival or in-state opponent of Miles College, coming in and looking forward to having some things going with that. Of course, we will have the audio broadcast where it will be yourself and Charles McNeil on the audio broadcast for today's game, but we will have the video live of that game the video feed of that game up tomorrow as well for you guys to be able to jump into and get engaged in. So let's go through some of the games that are actually happening this week or have happened and some of the scores that we've got going.
Okay.
West Virginia State beat UNC Pembroke on Thursday night, 37-35. Bluefield State lost to Emory and Henry 14-0. Let's see, games that are going on now. Central State is losing to Dayton by a score of 24-39 in the third quarter. Elizabeth City State blanks St. Augustine's at 13-0. That game is final.
Sounds like a defensive slugfest right there.
Yeah, it really does. Georgia Tech right now leads South Carolina State in Atlanta by the score of 14-0 in the first quarter. Johnson C. Smith loses to Walsh of Ohio, 21-24. Kentucky State is losing to Tuskegee right now. Right up the street from us here in the first quarter, 10-3.
Actually, I got a final for you on that one. 36-10 final Tuskegee.
Oh, that's a final. So wait, you know what? Some of my numbers may be way off there because it says first quarter on this one.
Yeah, 36-10 is the final, Tuskegee over Kentucky State.
Okay.
So Tuskegee, if I'm thinking right now, either 1-0 in conference or 2-0 in conference. Because I don't know if last week's Red Tails Classic was a conference game or not.
Well, no, remember, the SIC no longer has that stuff, so everything is a conference game now.
Okay.
It's the top 2 teams, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure AD Drew will let me know and straighten me out, of course, in that space, and we'll get some stuff going. But, folks, like I said, we're here. We're going to be talking to a couple of folks that are going to be coming in, doing some things, folks who are here at the university. Kim, let's go ahead and get the shot of the field. Folks are already out there moving around on the field. You see them getting ready. This is a beautiful facility. I mean, absolutely beautiful Right now, Benedict College, of course, is leading Edward Waters by a score of 7-0. They are in Jacksonville, where we were last week. And listen, we're going to get ready to take this break. Kip, come on back. We're getting ready to take this break. My guy just walked up, one of the military folks. But we're going to talk. He works for Alabama State now. We just going to have some conversations, though. We'll talk about it. He knows a little something about some other stuff that we get engaged in. Okay. But we won't say nothing just yet. Folks, we'll be back with more of the Black College Sports Network right after this break.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
T. Madden & Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients.
Call T. Madden & Associates. Paid 123. That's 833.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the National Memorial for Peace and Justice is the stage of the Alabama Festival. This is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together we can be change.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thin reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This package is 9% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Ultra Pads. This is always like never before.
As technology continues to bring changes to the world of education, it's time we also reimagine teacher professional development. Gone are the days of one-size-fits-all learning that can only be accessed at a specific time and place. The Stride PD Center is an on-demand library of mobile courses that allow educators to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge and also gain professional development hours. The best professional development plans are those that include a level of flexibility and choice for educators. Whether you're a teacher, school, or district, visit us today and take charge of your learning.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show live on the campus of Alabama State University. Right now, we are joined by retired Colonel Gregory Clark. I'm going to let him tell you his position here at Alabama State.
Vice President for Institute Advancement and an Executive Director of the Alabama State University Foundation.
Okay, that's great. You're doing a great job here at Alabama State. But Gregory Clark is also the former National Alumni President for Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, the highest of 7 years in Tallahassee, Florida. I don't know who else said it before him, but I got used to hearing him say, "Let's take care of Mother FAMU." And I'm wondering, I don't know, was that yours? Did you coin that one? Okay, I thought so. But that's enough for right now. We'll come back to it later. But let's talk about what you're doing here at Alabama State, man. There's a lot of great things going on here on campus. So talk to us a little bit about what's happening here.
So I've been here 1 year and about a month now. We hit the ground running, and I can tell you that a lot of significant changes is happening. So I run institutional advancement, which consists of alumni relations, the foundation, marketing, communications, and so that's a big piece for the university. We do a lot of things around here. So we just actually closed the Cole to renew our partnership with them.
Okay, nice.
And out of that partnership, 18-wheeler trailer delivered to us. Mighty March on. I know you were the first one out the box. You're coming on with this trailer, so really happy about that. We're raising a lot of money. We did this gala last Friday, and of course, the past year we raised almost $15 million.
Oh wow!
That we deliver or show at that.
Amazing.
So yeah, it was a great time raising money for a cause to help the issue.
All right. Well, listen, ASU folks, I'm going to tell you, you got you a great one. And Colonel Clark is a master at raising money, man. I mean, the stuff that I saw him do with the Alumni Association, and the things that are going on that we've seen so far that are happening here, it's just really exciting. That's turning me off. So, yep, there you go. You got to turn that back up. There you go. Yeah, because I disappeared there. Whoosh, it's gone. That's live television, folks. So tell us about. So it's Military Service Day is what we're doing, right? Tell us about this.
Yeah. So I wanted to put my touch on it this year. So this is an opportunity. Montgomery is a military town with Maxwell Air Force Base. It's the home of Air Force education. So at some point in time, everybody that's in the Air Force touched the base.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's huge, and so we always did something for the military year. We wanted to step it up a little bit this year. So this morning we actually started off with a 5K run.
I was out here when that was going on. Yes,
right,
I did.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So not only our track team, but Detachment 19, which is the aerospace studies here at Alabama State University. So we had almost 300 runners.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was successful. Then, of course, you see everything else that's going on around here. We just had Hornet Walk.
Yep.
We got the detachment commander, wing commander, Maxwell Air Force Base, Connor Richardson, who's walking around. He's probably sitting over there now. But he's here. He's going to lead the team out.
Okay.
But we got a couple more treats at about 4:45 p.m. If you look up, you're going to see somebody jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Okay.
He's going to parachute into the stadium.
All right.
And land on the Hornet.
Wow.
And
so not just a flyover, right? We getting a parachute job.
Okay. And as soon as the team around 4:50-ish, when the team comes out, you'll see a C-130 out of Little Rock Air Force Base come up. And what's crazy is always about relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was trying to get that plane, we had some difficulty. Addo Crumley, Major General Addo Crumley, who's a rattler, I made a call. Who turned around and called Brigadier General Adams, who graduated from here, went to ROTC here, and they made a couple phone calls. Voila.
Hey, listen.
Got an airplane.
What does it say? Sometimes it's about who you know, not what you know.
Exactly.
So that's great, man. I mean, that's exciting to be able to see that. So, Kip, we need to be paying attention right about 3:40 or 4:45, get ready for game time to make sure we get those on camera.
Hey, I've got a question for Colonel Clark.
Go ahead.
So clearly you've been in the military a long time. You've been able to work with young men and young women to buy into what it is to serve the country when it comes to the USA. How does that transfer over to working with the students here at Alabama State? I mean, clearly, I know you're probably not going to be as firm with them, but there's got to be a level of understanding and respect that goes back and forth between you and them.
It does. And I would say first it started with my staff. I mean, they move in lockstep like me. It's kind of just they're taking on my persona, if you will. And then the students are a great bunch of students here. They are here to learn. This probably I've been here a year. This live experience I've seen.
Okay.
And they're really, really engaged. And you know, I'm proud of these young men and women. We're trying to. My job is to try to raise money to give them the best we possibly can and give them the best experience while here at ASU.
All right, nice. So one other thing, and I know I would be completely remiss. I wouldn't be able to live it down. Doc, Charles, Kevin Clark is also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. As we get, you know how we do our thing. So I want to give him a shout out there doing this stuff because you're in Beta Nu, right? Yeah, Beta Nu, Florida A&M University campus. So
Dr. Cavill would jump on you too if you didn't.
Well, no, that's what I said. Cavill would, would be the first person like, oh, we couldn't get the shout out for the albums today, huh? Yeah, no, we got you, Doc. We got you. This is my guy. We definitely gonna make sure we get it all going on. So let's do this, man. Is there anything, or not? Is there anything? How can people reach out to you guys? How can they help you, the university? What is the best way for them to support Alabama State?
Yep. So you can always give at www.alasu.edu/give. And so you can also call the office, but there's a lot of ways you can do it. I always say stay engaged, no matter where you went to school at, particularly our HBCUs. Stay engaged. Don't forget where you came from, because somebody gave you an opportunity, and it's your obligation to ensure. And my obligation to ensure that these baby hornets yet unborn have an opportunity.
That's right.
This great university.
That's right. And listen, and we're going to be getting some. I was already telling Colonel Clark that we have to reconnect. We've got to get some things going that we are going to push through the entire HBCU sphere, because it's up to us, folks. If we don't take care of our universities, if we don't do the things that we need to ensure that the baby hornets, the baby rattlers, the baby jaguars who are yet to be born have a real opportunity to engage and enjoy our universities, it won't be anybody's fault but ours. So, Colonel Clark, man, it was good to see you again.
Hey, it's hot down here, Monkey.
We're look here. We definitely going to do that. So we're going to take us another break. We're going to come back, get into some more of the games and stuff that are going on, and talk about some of that. We're going to hang, come back if you want to. I know you got people to sit around and talk to. We're going to do that. So we'll be back right here with a little bit more on the BCSN Game Time Show.
For HBCU athletics, this is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys with BCSN. We really appreciate what it is you guys do.
Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Picker-upper. Bounty picks up message quicker. And cheat is 2 times more, so you can use less. Who's an 8?
He's a 9.
Bounty, quicker picker-upper.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our teams have way too much time to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
Amplified Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Or you said innovate more quickly.
So he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
The Kuwait Group is a Florida-based marketing and training.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show live from the campus of Alabama State University. Right now, we've got a special guest coming in. This is one of the folks who is a part of the Urban NerdCon experience that we're going to be having coming up. Stay tuned. We've got all of our information about the 2024 date. Just know that your second quarter is going to kick off great. We have author, Mr. Brian Covington, with Between Magic and Dreams. So first, I'm going to say, Brian, hello and welcome. And tell us a little bit about what Between Magic and Dreams is about. Let's do this. I'm going to bring the mic up, son.
Yeah, so it's an urban fantasy piece. It takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, and follows a gentleman by the name of Piper. He happens to be a college student that's fighting to preserve our reality during the rebirth of forgotten time, a phenomenon known as the New Light.
That sounds pretty tough.
Yeah. I try to catch the tagline.
There you go. All right. Tell us what made you get into this and how did you get this started?
Oh man, so it was a little bit for selfish reasons because my mom is an avid reader. She is the person that turned me on to sci-fi and fantasy, and she has this library that I have to be a part of. So I mean, she has all kinds of folks in there, you know, Isaac Asimov, Stephen King, so on and so forth. I just figured it would be really cool to add Brian D. Covington to the mix. So that's what kind of started off, sparked it. But I got an opportunity where a gentleman was actually offering a course on how to actually, write your own book, start to finish and publish it. And I figured if I didn't do that, then it's my own fault. So I'm like, because all the opportunities were there. So I jumped and I hadn't looked back. Since then, book 2's out, 2 comics. The 3rd one's out next month, and I'm hoping to have the 3rd novel out by the end of the year.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So how long have you really been writing? Because I know clearly you got your 3rd book coming up. I know book writing starts with telling short stories and writing narratives and short narratives. So if we had to put a year on when you probably got into, okay, I can do this, on the real, or get excited about it.
Man, dating myself here, but I would say probably around the 8th grade. It was and I remember this very vividly. It was in a music class. We were told to tell a short story using the letters of the scale, the musical scale. And
interesting.
Yeah, I wrote a nice fantasy piece. It was probably about 2 pages long. And that was the first time that it was really acknowledged that I had the knack for writing short stories. I mean, initially it was poetry, and I liked doing poetry, but I don't want to say I needed more of a challenge, but it's easier to write poetry because in most cases you're pulling from raw emotion.
Yep.
And especially if you're a teenager, that stuff's oozing out of you every day. So it's like, putting it on paper wasn't too much of a challenge, but when it came to telling a story and doing so in a way that one had meaning and depth to it, but two could actually touch the reader and have the reader, I guess, relate to the characters in it, that was more of a challenge for me. And being able to use my own voice, which is another reason why I self-published. Because you go through a publisher, they're going to tell you what you can and can't write.
Correct.
There you go. So how can people find you?
Well, you can find my work specifically at betweenmagicanddreams.com, where you'll find everything from the comics to stickers and posters and prints, and everything that I send to you will be signed, and it'll also have a bookmark if you get the novels, because it's coming from me. Why not? But you can also find it on Amazon, and BlackSandsEntertainment.com also has both my novels on their site.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, listen, folks, there you go again. Author Brian D. Covington, Between Magic and Dreams. Check him out, betweenmagicanddreams.com.
Show the book one more time.
Yeah, so put the book on back up there.
Just,
get the urban fantasy. And no, he actually doesn't live in Atlanta, just so y'all know that. He wrote the story about Atlanta, but that's not where he lives at.
It's like write what you know. So I went to college in Atlanta.
Okay, where'd you go to school?
Institute of Atlanta.
There you go. All right. So just get the plugs in. All right. So we're going to take us a break. And I believe when we come back, we are going to have the wing commander here for the base.
From Maxwell Air Force Base.
Maxwell Air Force Base that Colonel Clark just told us about. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more right here on the BCSN Game Time Show.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little...
Hello and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show, live from the campus of Alabama State University. As we talked to Colonel Gregory Clark, retired Colonel Gregory Clark, a few moments ago, told us about Colonel Richardson, who is the commander of the Maxwell Air Force Base that is here in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm not military, so I want to be emphatic when I say these things correctly. I have several family members who are military. So again, as we said with him, we thank everyone for their service and the things that you do.
Absolutely.
Colonel, tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on here at Maxwell.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've got the 42nd Air Base Wing, which runs Maxwell Air Force Base and Gunner Annex, which is actually a little bit closer to Alabama State here. So it's the home of Air University. That's how we think about and get after air power in building